Hey, what's going on, Oakland Raider fans? Welcome to another video for the Black and Silver Way. It has been a few months. I stopped vlogging. I think the last video I did was the Denver rant, where I really lost my shit, and I just, didn't want to do that for the rest of the season this year. After I saw a couple more losses and how inconsistent we were being, I just figured, you know what, this is not going to be our season again, and we're going to have to go through a crazy turnaround difference in coaching staff. I could already feel it, especially how Mark wants to win for the city of Oakland on his way out. I just knew that it was going to be time for a change. What do you know? Season ends, we end up firing Coach Del Rio even before he gets to his press conference. Yes, we did lose our last 4 games of the season, but I feel like the one thing that Jack really dug his grave with is firing Bill Musgrave last season. Once Bill Musgrave was out of the picture, Todd took over, our offensive coordinator, for the first time ever in his career, and we had really bad games on offense. Defensively too, we fired Ken Norton, and we had our coach step in, Pagano, I think, and he was able to, get some spark in Sean Smith and some of the corners on our team. But offense, it just wasn't working out for us. I already knew we were going to get a new offensive coordinator this season, but we ended up firing Coach Del Rio right after the big loss, 30-10, to the San Diego Chargers. Well, actually, LA Chargers, my bad. It's weird now that they're in LA, it just trips me out. So we ended up firing Coach Del Rio, and as soon as we fired Del Rio, it was word leaked out that we already reached out to Jon Gruden once again. And it's funny because ever since Jon Gruden left the Oakland Raiders, it's always been speculated that he's going to come back and coach us one day. And don't get me wrong, the one freaking team that I became a fan of is obviously it was Jon Gruden. 1998 was the first game that I went to. It was Charles Woodson's rookie season, and it was Jon Gruden's first time as a head coach. And I was able to see the Oakland Raiders play, and that's how I became a Raider fan. The whole Chucky era with the Chucky dolls and just Jon Gruden's just mentality as a head coach was obviously my favorite head coach of all time is Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden's been out of the game for quite some time. He beat us in the Super Bowl the following season with Tampa Bay. We all know that shit story, tuck rule. It was a pretty unfortunate situation that happened with Jon Gruden back in the day in the Oakland Raiders. It was basically like unfinished business in a way. We always thought he would come back, and we always knew that he'd love to coach the Oakland Raiders. So, good timing, some time to think about it. I guess they reached out to him. Mark must have reached out. Obviously, the 10-year deal for the biggest high-paying coach in history definitely probably made Gruden think twice about it with his family. And I just watched the press conference. He did take the job. It is confirmed he is our head coach for supposedly the next 10 years. We'll see how that goes out. But, I was a big fan of Jack Del Rio. But like I said, he did do some pretty key things to get himself in a hot seat this season. And Mark pulling the plug is because he knows he doesn't have much time in Oakland, and I know he's really trying to win now. And we're going to transition to Las Vegas, and we can't have some losing team, inconsistent team like we've been for the last few years. So I know that he's kind of in panic mode, and he reached out to Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden's going to be a good hire. He's really good with quarterback coach. The one thing I'm really excited about with Jon Gruden is he's going to be coaching Derek Carr. Derek Carr is still a young, great quarterback that has a lot of development still left in the tank. So Jon Gruden, loves the quarterback position, and he's going to be really good mentor and a good coach for Derek Carr. That's a big plus. We're getting a whole new coaching staff again. He's already brought in a few coordinators. I don't know the names off top of my head, but you guys have already seen the press conference, I'm guessing, of Jon Gruden coming back to the Oakland Raiders. And it was crazy to see. You see Charles Woodson, you saw Jerry Rice, you saw Tim Brown, you saw Rich Gannon, Lincoln Kennedy. The whole basically team that Jon Gruden coached back in the day before he left was there at the press conference. It was really cool to see. And he's pulled in Greg Olson, I know for sure is confirmed. He's coming back. He was with us from, I think, the 2012 season when Dennis Allen came in. He didn't have that good of offense with us, but if Jon Gruden sees something in him, I'm willing to take a shot and let him come back to the Oakland Raiders. It's going to be a whole new team again, and he's going to basically see each position who is really going to be here to play for the Oakland Raiders. And it's going to be fun to see and, see him back in silver and black and be on the sidelines and that face, that smirk, or that infamous Chucky smirk. It's real nostalgic for me, and it's a good move. I feel bad for Jack Del Rio. I respect what he did for us. He nearly got us to the AFC Championship last season. I don't think he should have been fired this season. I think they should have gave him one more year and get a new offensive coordinator. But it is what it is. It's a done deal. Chucky aka Jon Gruden, stepped out of ESPN. He is the next coach of the Oakland Raiders, and I couldn't be more excited. You know, either way, I'm obviously more happier this route because I've been wanting Jon Gruden to coach the Oakland Raiders since 2002. So yeah, I'm excited, Raider Nation. I've been basically in my life, I've just been working as much as I can here in the Bay Area. I'm trying to move out of this spot. This is currently in my apartment ever since about 4 years ago. I want to try to get into another spot. I don't know if I'm going to stay in the Bay or not. Most likely will, but yeah, man. We got, I think, 2 guaranteed seasons in Oakland still. And we have Jon Gruden as our head coach. We're going to see how it pans out. I'll be, obviously, when we leave Oakland, I'm going to end up going to the freaking opener of Las Vegas. Obviously, I got to be there for the first game and check it out. But we have a really interesting next couple years ahead of us as a franchise. It's going to be really weird to see Jon Gruden back, and supposedly, you know, in 2 years, Las Vegas Raiders will be around. And yeah, man, it's a trippy time. It's a trippy time, guys. I expect to see, the one thing I do want to see, though, this season, really, is I really believe that Michael Crabtree, even, he had a few drops, you know, he really did, but he had more better plays this year than bad, and he's been really solid for us. That's one thing that I've heard being speculated, that he's going to leave, but it's because of the franchise. It's not because he wants to leave. It's because the franchise might move on from him, and I really don't want that to happen. I think Michael Crabtree should be an Oakland Raider next year. He's going to be really key on that offense, so I think Jon Gruden will agree, and I hope they keep him around. I'll keep you guys updated this offseason. I'll do a couple, like, on the big moves and big things where I feel like I want to make a video. I'm going to go ahead and make a video, you know. Hopefully you guys are still messing with me. I know a lot of you guys say, yo, you just gave up on YouTube and stuff. You know, it's just, I'm not the way I used to be. You know, a lot has changed in my life, and, you know, I love you guys. I love you guys forever. You guys have, I mean, this whole experience on YouTube has been amazing. And we're going to keep it going, but, you know, it's expect videos randomly, you know. I've told you that before, but, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you guys are doing well. Everyone have, you know, good off season this season. Everyone be safe. Make sure kick off 2018 strong, for like we all are. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video for more Raider content. And I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon here. You know, we have a lot of interesting things that are going on in the franchise that I'd like to talk about. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Chucky's back. Jon Gruden. I'm excited. And can't wait to see how this next season is going to play out and how the off season is going to go. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.